Tehillim 42. As a deer longs for the water streams, so my being longs for you, O Elohim. My being thirsts for Elohim, for the living El. When shall I enter in to appear before Elohim? My tears have been my food day and night, while they say to me all day, where is your Elohim? These I remember, and pour out my being within me. For I used to pass along with the throng. I went with them to the house of Elohim, with a voice of joy and praise, a multitude keeping a festival. Why are you depressed, O my being? And why are you restless within me? Wait for Elohim, for I shall yet thank him for the deliverance of his face, O my Elohim. My being is depressed within me. Therefore I remember you from the land of the Jordan, and from the heights of Hermon, from Mount Mizrah. Deep calls to deep at the sound of your waterfalls. All your waves and breakers passed over me. By day Yahuwah commands his kindness, and by night his song is with me. A prayer to the El of my life. I say to El, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? My enemies have reproached me like a crushing of my bones, while they say to me all day long, where is your Elohim? Why are you depressed, O my being? And why are you restless within me? Wait for Elohim, for I shall yet thank him, the deliverance of my face and my Elohim. Tehillim 43. Rule me rightly, O Elohim, and plead my cause against a nation without kindness. O deliver me from a man of deceit and unrighteousness, for you are the Elohim of my strength. Why have you rejected me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Send forth your light and your truth. Let them lead me. Let them bring me to your set-apart mountain, and to your dwelling places, that I might come to the altar of Elohim, to El, the joy of my delight, and praise you with the lyre. O Elohim, my Elohim, why are you depressed, O my being, and why are you restless within me? Wait for Elohim, for I shall yet thank him, the deliverance of my face and my Elohim. Tehillim 44. O Elohim, we have heard with our ears. Our fathers have related to us the work you did in their days, in the days of old. You drove out the nations with your hand, but them you planted. You afflicted peoples and sent them out. For not by their own sword did they possess the land, neither did their own arm save them, but it was your right hand and your arm and the light of your face, because you delighted in them. You yourself are my sovereign, O Elohim. Command deliverances for Yaakov. Through you we push our enemies. Through your name we tread down those who rise up against us. For I do not trust in my bow, and my sword does not save me. For you have saved us from our enemies, and have put to shame those who hated us. In Elohim we shall boast all day long, and praise your name forever, Salah. Yet you have rejected us and put us to shame. And you do not go with our armies. You make us turn back from the adversary, and those who hate us have plundered us. You do give us as sheep to be eaten, and you have scattered us among the Gentiles. You sell your people for no value, and have set no high price on them. You make us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a mockery to those round about us. You make us a proverb among the nations, a shaking of the head among the peoples. My reproach is always before me, and the shame of my face has covered me. Because of the voice of the slanderer and blasphemer, because of the enemy and avenger, all this has come upon us. But we have not forgotten you, neither have we been false to your covenant. Our heart has not turned back, neither has our step swerved from your way. Yet you have crushed us in the place of jackals, and covered us with the shadow of death. If we have forgotten the name of our Elohim, or stretched out our hands to a foreign mighty one, would Elohim not search this out? For he knows the secrets of the heart. But for your sake we are killed all day long, reckoned as sheep for the slaughter. Awake! Why do you sleep, O Yahuwah? Arise! Do not reject us forever. Why do you hide your face, ignoring our affliction and our oppression? For our being is bowed down to the dust. Our body cleaves to the earth. Arise, be our help, and redeem us for your kindness' sake. Tehillim 45. My heart is overflowing with a goodly word. I address my works to the sovereign. My tongue is the pen of a speedy writer. You are more handsome than the sons of men. Favor has been poured upon your lips. Therefore Elohim has blessed you forever. Gird your sword upon your thigh, O mighty one, your excellency and your splendor, and ride prosperously in your splendor, on the matter of truth and humility, righteousness, and let your right hand lead you to awesome matters. Your arrows are sharp in the heart of the sovereign's enemies. Peoples fall under you. Your throne, O Elohim, is forever and ever. The scepter of your reign is a scepter of straightness. You have loved righteousness and hated wrongness. Therefore Elohim, your Elohim, has anointed you with the oil of gladness more than your companions. All your garments are myrrh and aloes, cassia, out of the palaces of ivory. Stringed instruments have made you glad. Daughters of sovereigns are among your precious ones. At your right hand stands the sovereignness in gold from Ophir. Listen, O daughter, and see, and incline your ear, and forget your own people and your father's house. And let the sovereign delight in your loveliness, because he is your master. Bow yourself to him. And the daughter of Zar with a gift, the rich among the people seek your favor. The daughter of the sovereign is all esteemed within the palace. Her dress is embroidered with gold. She is brought to the sovereign in embroidered work. Maidens, her companions following her, are brought to you. They are brought with gladness and rejoicing. They enter the sovereign's palace. Instead of your fathers are your sons, whom you appoint princes in all the earth. I cause your name to be remembered to all generations. Therefore the people praise you forever and ever. Tehillim 46. Elohim is our refuge and strength, a help in distress soon found. Therefore we do not fear. Though the earth reels and mountains topple into the heart of the seas, let its waters rage, foam. Let mountains shake with its swelling, Selah. A river whose streams make glad the city of Elohim, the set-apart dwelling of the Most High. Elohim is in her midst, she does not topple. Elohim does help her when morning turns. The Gentiles shall rage, Rains shall topple. He shall give forth his voice. The earth melts. Yahuwah of hosts is with us. The Elohim of Jacob is our refuge, Selah. Come see the works of Yahuwah, the ruins he has wrought on the earth, causing all fighting to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the chariot with fire. Be still and know that I am Elohim. I am exalted among nations. I am exalted in the earth. Yahuwah of hosts is with us. The Elohim of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Tehillim 47. Oh, clap your hands, all you peoples. Shout to Elohim with a voice of singing. For Yahuwah Most High is awesome, a great sovereign over all the earth. He subdues peoples under us and nations under our feet. He chooses our inheritance for us, the excellence of Jacob whom he loves, Selah. Elohim shall go up with a shout, Yahuwah with the sound of a ram's horn. Sing praises to Elohim. Sing praises to our sovereign. Sing praises, for Elohim is sovereign of all the earth. Sing praises with understanding. Elohim shall reign over the nations. Elohim shall sit on his set-apart throne. Nobles of peoples shall be gathered together, the people of the Elohim of Abraham. For the shields of the earth belong to Elohim. He shall be greatly exalted. Tehillim 48. Great is Yahuwah, and greatly to be praised. In the city of our Elohim, his set-apart mountain, pretty on high. The joy of all the earth is Mount Zion on the sides of the north, the city of the great sovereign. Elohim is in her citadels. He is known as her refuge. For look, the sovereigns met. They passed by together. They saw, so they marveled. They were alarmed. They hastened away. Trembling took hold of them there. Pain as of a woman in labor. With an east wind you break the ships of Tarshish. As we have heard, so we have seen. In the city of Yahuwah of hosts, in the city of our Elohim. Elohim establishes her forever, Selah. We have thought, O Elohim, of your kindness in the midst of your heckle. According to your name, O Elohim, so is your praise to the ends of the earth. Your right hand is filled with righteousness. Let Mount Zion rejoice. Let the daughters of Yehudah exult because of your right rulings. Walk about Zion and go all around her. Count her towers. Set your heart upon her rampart. Go through her citadels so that you report it to the coming generation. For this Elohim is our Elohim forever and ever. He himself leads us even to death. Tehillim 49. Hear this, all you peoples. Give ear, all you inhabitants of the world, both sons of mankind and sons of man, rich and poor together. My mouth speaks wisdom, and the meditation of my heart brings understanding. I incline my ear to a parable. I expound my riddle on the lyre. Why should I fear in the days of evil, when the crookedness of my supplanters surrounds me? Those who are trusting in their riches and who are boasting in their great wealth? A brother does not redeem anyone at all, neither give to Elohim a ransom for him. For the redemption of their lives is costly, and it shall cease forever, that he should still live forever and not see the pit. For he sees wise men die, the foolish and the ignorant both perish, and shall leave their wealth to others. Their graves are their houses forever, their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. But man does not remain in esteem. He is like the beasts that perish. This way of theirs is folly to them. Yet their followers are pleased with their words, Selah. Like sheep they shall be laid in the grave. Death shall shepherd them, and the upright rule over them in the morning, and their form is consumed in the grave, far from their dwelling. But Elohim does redeem my being from the power of the grave, for he does receive me, Selah. Do not be afraid when a man becomes rich, when the wealth of his house increases, for when he dies, he takes none of it. His wealth does not go down after him. Though while he lived, he blessed himself. And though they praise you when you do well for yourself, he has to go to the generation of his fathers. They never see the light. Man who is rich, yet does not understand, shall be like the beasts. They shall perish. Psalm 50. Elohim, Yahuwah, shall speak, and he shall call the earth, from the rising of the sun to its going down, from Zion, the perfection of loveliness. Elohim shall shine forth. Our Elohim comes and is not silent. A fire consumes before him, and it shall be very stormy all around him. He calls to the heavens from above, and to the earth to rightly rule his people. Gather my kind ones together to me, those who have made a covenant with me by slaughtering. Then the heavens declared his righteousness, for Elohim himself is judge. Selah. Hear, O my people, and I speak, O Israel, and I witness against you. I am Elohim, your Elohim. I do not reprove you for your slaughterings, and your burnt offering are continually before me. I do not take a bull from your house, nor goats out of your pens. For every beast of the forest is mine, the cattle on 1,000 hills. I know all the birds of the mountains, and all moving in my field are mine. If I were hungry, I would not speak to you, for the world is mine, and all that fills it. Do I eat the flesh of bulls, or drink the blood of goats? Offer thanksgiving to Elohim, and pay your vows to the Most High, and call upon me in the day of distress. Let me rescue you, and you esteem me. But to the wrong Elohim said, What right have you to recite my laws, or take my covenant in your mouth, while you hated instruction and cast my words behind you? When you saw a thief, you were pleased with him, and you take part with adulterers. You let your mouth loose to evil, and your tongue frames deceit. You speak against your brother. You slander your own mother's son. You have done this, and I kept silence. You have thought that I was altogether like you. I rebuke you, and set it in order before your eyes. Understand this, please, you who forget Eloah, lest I tear you in pieces with no one to deliver. Whoever offers praise esteems me, and to him who prepares a way I show the deliverance of Elohim. Tehillim 51. Show me favor, O Elohim, according to your kindness, according to the greatness of your compassion. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me completely from my guilt, and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me. Against you, you alone have I sinned, and done evil in your eyes, that you might be proven right in your words. Be clear when you judge. See, I was brought forth in crookedness, and in sin my mother conceived me. See, You have desired truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part you make me know wisdom. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I am clean. Wash me, and I am whiter than snow. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones you have crushed rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out all my crookednesses. Create in me a clean heart, O Elohim, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me away from your presence, and do not take your set-apart spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your deliverance, and uphold me, noble spirit. Let me teach transgressors your ways, so that sinners turn back to you. Deliver me from blood guilt, O Elohim, Elohim of my deliverance. Let my tongue sing aloud of your righteousness, O Yahuwah. Open my lips, and that my mouth declare your praise. For you do not desire slaughtering, or I would give it. You do not delight in burnt offering. The slaughterings of Elohim are a broken spirit, a heart broken and crushed, O Elohim. These you do not despise. Do good in your good pleasure to Zion. Build the walls of Jerusalem. Then you will delight in slaughterings of righteousness, and burnt offering and complete burnt offering. Then young bulls would be offered on your altar. Tehillim 52. Why do you boast in evil, O mighty man? The kindness of El is all day long. Your tongue devises destruction like a sharp razor, working deceit. You loved evil more than good, lying more than speaking righteousness, Selah. You loved all devouring words, O tongue of deceit. Let El also break you down forever, take you and pluck you out of your tent. And he shall uproot you from the land of the living, Selah. And let the righteous see and fear, and laugh at him, saying, See, the man who did not make Elohim his strength, but trusted in his many riches, being strong in his destruction. But I am like a green olive tree in the house of Elohim. I have trusted in the kindness of Elohim forever and ever. I thank you forever, because you have done it. And in the presence of your kind ones I wait on your name, for it is good. Tehillim 53. The fool has said in his heart, There is no Elohim. They have done corruptly, and they have done abominable unrighteousness. No one does good. Elohim looked down from the heavens on the children of men to see if there is a wise one seeking Elohim. They have all turned aside. They have together become filthy. No one is doing good, not even one. Have the workers of wickedness no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and do not call on Elohim? There they are in great fear, where no fear was. For Elohim shall scatter the bones of him who encamps against you. You shall put them to shame, for Elohim has rejected them. Oh, that the deliverance of Israel would be given out of Zion, when Elohim turns back the captivity of his people. Let Yaakov rejoice, let Israel be glad. Tehillim 54. O Elohim, save me by your name, and rightly rule me by your might. Hear my prayer, O Elohim. Give ear to the words of my mouth, for strangers have risen up against me, and cruel men have sought after my life. They have not set Elohim before them, Selah. See, Elohim is my helper. Yahuwah is with those who sustain my life. He repays evil to my enemies. Cut them off in your truth. Voluntarily I slaughter to you. I praise your name, O Yahuwah, for it is good. For he has delivered me out of all distress, and my eye has looked upon my enemies. Tehillim 55. Give ear to my prayer, O Elohim, and do not hide yourself from my plea. Give heed to me and answer me. I wander and moan in my complaint, because of the noise of the enemy, because of the outcry of the wrong. For they bring down wickedness upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is pained within me, and the frights of death have fallen upon me. Fear and trembling have come upon me, and shuddering covers me. And I said, who would give me wings like a dove? I would fly away and be at rest. See, I would wander far off. I would lodge in the wilderness, Selah. I would hasten my escape from the raging wind and storm. Confuse, O Yahuwah, divide their tongues, for I saw violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go around it on its walls. Wickedness and trouble are also in the midst of it. Covetings are in its midst. Oppression and deceit do not vanish from its streets. It is not an enemy who reproaches me that I could bear, not one who hates me, who is making himself great against me. Then I could hide from him. But it was you, a man my equal, my companion and my friend. We took sweet counsel together. We walked to the house of Elohim in the throng. Let death come upon them. Let them go down into the grave alive. For evil is in their dwellings, in their midst. I call upon Elohim, and Yahuwah saves me. Evening and morning and at noon I complain and moan, and he hears my voice. He has redeemed my life in peace from the battle against me. For there were many against me. Even he who sits enthroned from of old, does hear and afflict them, Selah. Those with whom there are no changes, those who do not fear Elohim. He has put forth his hands against those who were at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. His mouth was smoother than curds, yet in his heart is fighting. His words were softer than oil, but they are drawn swords. Cast your burden on Yahuwah, and let him sustain you. He never allows the righteous to be shaken. For you, O Elohim, do bring them down to the pit of destruction. Men of blood and deceit do not reach half their days, but I trust in you. Tehillim 56. Show me favor, O Elohim, for man will swallow me up. Fighting all day long, he oppresses me. My enemies will swallow me up all day long, for many are fighting against me, O Most High. In the day I am afraid, I trust in you. In Elohim, whose word I praise. In Elohim I have trusted, I do not fear. What could flesh do to me? All day long they twist my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They stir up strife, they hide, they watch my steps as they lie in wait for my life. Because of wickedness, cast them out. Put down the peoples in displeasure, O Elohim. You have counted my wanderings. You put my tears into your bottle. Are they not in your book? My enemies turn back in the day I call. This I know, because Elohim is for me. In Elohim, whose word I praise. In Yahuwah, whose word I praise. In Elohim I have trusted. I do not fear. What could man do to me? On me, O Elohim, are your vows. I render praises to you, for you have delivered my life from death, my feet from stumbling, that I might walk before Elohim in the light of the living. Tehillim 57. Show me favor, O Elohim. Show me favor. For in you my being is taking refuge, and in the shadow of your wings I take refuge. Until destruction passes by, I cry out to the Most High Elohim, to El, who is perfecting all matters for me. He sends from the heavens and saves me. He reproaches the one who would swallow me up, Selah. Elohim sends forth his kindness and his truth. My being is in the midst of lions. I lie among those who breathe fire, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue is a sharp sword. Be exalted, O Elohim, above the heavens. Let your esteem be above all the earth. They have prepared a net for my footsteps. My being was bowed down. They have dug a pit before me. They fell into the midst of it, Selah. My heart is firm, O Elohim. My heart is firm. I sing and praise. Awake, my esteem. Awake, harp and lyre. I awake the dawn. I praise you among the peoples, O Yahuwah. I sing to you among the nations, for your kindness is great up to the heavens, and your truth unto the clouds. Be exalted above the heavens, O Elohim. Let your esteem be above all the earth. Tehillim 57. Show me favor, O Elohim, show me favor. For in you my being is taking refuge, and in the shadow of your wings I take refuge, until destruction passes by. I cry out to the Most High Elohim, to El, who is perfecting all matters for me. He sends from the heavens and saves me. He reproaches the one who would swallow me up, Selah. Elohim sends forth his kindness and his truth. My being is in the midst of lions. I lie among those who breathe fire, whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue is a sharp sword. Be exalted, O Elohim, above the heavens. Let your esteem be above all the earth. They have prepared a net for my footsteps. My being was bowed down. They have dug a pit before me. They fell into the midst of it, Selah. My heart is firm, O Elohim. My heart is firm. I sing and praise. Awake my esteem. Awake, harp and lyre. I awake the dawn. I praise you among the peoples, O Yahuwah. I sing to you among the nations, for your kindness is great up to the heavens, and your truth unto the clouds. Be exalted above the heavens, O Elohim. Let your esteem be above all the earth. Tehillim 59. Deliver me from my enemies, O my Elohim. Set me on high from those who rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of wickedness, and save me from men of blood. For look, they have lain in wait for my life. Mighty men assemble against me. For no transgression or sin of mine, O Yahuwah, for no guilt of mine. They run and prepare themselves. Awake to help me and see. And you, Yahuwah Elohim of hosts, Elohim of Yisrael, awake to punish all the Gentiles. Show no favor to any wicked traitors, Selah. They return at evening. They howl like a dog and go around the city. See? They belch out with their mouths. Swords are in their lips. For who is listening but you, Yahuwah laughs at them. You mock all the Gentiles. O my strength, I wait for you. My Elohim is my strong tower, my Elohim of kindness. Elohim does go before me. He lets me look upon my enemies. Do not slay them, lest my people forget. Scatter them by your power and bring them down. O Yahuwah, our shield. The sin of their mouth is the words of their lips, and they are captured in their pride. And for the cursing and lying they utter, bring them to an end in wrath. Bring them to an end, that they be no more, and let them know that Elohim is ruling in Yaakov to the ends of the earth, Selah. And at evening they return. They howl like a dog and go around the city. They wander up and down for food and whine if they are not satisfied. And I sing of your power. And in the morning I sing aloud of your kindness, for you have been my strong tower and a refuge in the day of my distress. O my strength, to you I sing praises, for Elohim is my strong tower, my Elohim of kindness. Tehillim 60. O Elohim, you have rejected us. You have broken us. You have been displeased. Turn back to us. You have made the earth tremble. You have broken it. Heal its breaches, for it is shaken. You have let your people see hardship. You have made us drink the wine of trembling. You have given a banner to those who fear you, that it might be lifted up because of the truth, Selah, that those you love might be rescued. Say with your right hand and answer me. Elohim has spoken in his set apartness. I exalt, I portion out Shechem, and measure out the valley of Succoth. Gilead is mine, and Manasseh is mine, and Ephraim is the defense of my head. Yehudah is my lawgiver. Moab is my washpot. Over Edom I cast my shoe. Shout loud, O Philistia, because of me. Who would bring me to the strong city? Who shall lead me to Edom? Have not you, O Elohim, rejected us? And you do not go out, O Elohim, with our armies? Give us help from distress, for the help of man is naught. In Elohim we do mightily, and he treads down our adversaries. Tehillim 61. Hear my cry, O Elohim. Listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call unto you, when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you have been my refuge, a strong tower in the face of the enemy. Let me dwell in your tent forever. Let me take refuge in the shelter of your wings, Selah. For you, O Elohim, have heard my vows. You have given me the inheritance of those who fear your name. You add days to the days of the sovereign, his years as many generations. Let him dwell forever before Elohim. Prepare kindness and truth to preserve him. So I sing praise to your name forever, when I pay my vows day by day. Tehillim 62. My being finds rest in Elohim alone. From him is my deliverance. He alone is my rock and my deliverance, my strong tower. I am not greatly shaken. How long would you assail a man? You crush him, all of you, like a leaning wall, a tottering fence. They plotted to topple him from his high position. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but in their heart they curse, Selah. My being, find rest in Elohim alone. because my expectation is from him. He alone is my rock and my deliverance, my strong tower. I am not shaken. My deliverance and my esteem depend on Elohim. The rock of my strength, my refuge is in Elohim. Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your heart before him. Elohim is a refuge for us, Selah. Sons of Adam are but a breath. Sons of men are a lie. If weighed in the scales, they are altogether higher than breath. Do not trust in oppression, and do not become vain in robbery. If riches increase, do not set your heart on them. Elohim has spoken once, twice I have heard this, that strength belongs to Elohim, and kindness is yours, O Yahuwah, for you reward each one according to his work. Tehillim 63. O Elohim, you are my El. I earnestly seek you. My being has thirsted for you. My flesh has longed for you, in a dry and thirsty land without water. Therefore I have had a vision of you in the set-apart place, to see your power and your esteem, because your kindness is better than life. My lips do praise you. Therefore I bless you while I live. In your name I lift up my hands. My being is satisfied as with marrow and fat, and my mouth praises you with singing lips. When I remember you on my bed, I meditate on you in the night watches, for you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I sing. My being has closely followed you. Your right hand did uphold me, but those who seek to destroy my life go into the lower parts of the earth. They are handed over to the power of the sword. They become a portion for jackals. But let the sovereign rejoice in Elohim. Let everyone who swears by him exalt, for the mouth of those speaking lies are stopped. Tehillim 64. Hear my voice, O Elohim, in my meditation. Guard my life from the threats of the enemy. Hide me from the secret plans of the evildoers, from the tumult of the workers of wickedness, who sharpen their tongue like a sword and aim their arrows, a bitter word, to shoot in ambush at someone blameless. They shoot at him suddenly and do not fear. They arm themselves with an evil word. They talk of hiding snares. They have said, who sees them? They search out unrighteousnesses. We have perfected a well-searched-out plan, for the inward part of man and heart are deep. But Elohim does shoot at them with an arrow. Their wounds shall be sudden, and they cause one to stumble. Their own tongue is against them. All who see them flee away, and all men fear and declare the work of Elohim, and they shall wisely consider what he has done. The righteous rejoice in Yahuwah, and shall take refuge in him, and all the upright in heart praise him. Tehillim 65. To you stillness, praise in Zion, O Elohim. And to you a vow is paid. To you who hears all prayer, all flesh comes. Crooked matters were mightier than I. As for our transgressions, you do cover them. Blessed is the one you choose and bring near to dwell in your courts. We are satisfied with the goodness of your house, your set-apart Hekel. By awesome deeds and righteousness you answer us. O Elohim of our deliverance, the trust of all the ends of the earth and the distant seas, who established the mountains by his strength, being girded with might, who stills the roaring of the seas, the roaring of their waves and the uproar of the peoples. And they who dwell in the furthest parts are afraid of your signs. You make the outgoings of the morning and evening rejoice. You have visited the earth and watered it. You greatly enrich it. The river of Elohim is filled with water. You provide their grain. for so you have prepared it. Its ridges have been filled, its furrows have been deepened. You make it soft with showers. You bless its growth. You have crowned the year with your goodness, and your paths drip with fatness. The pastures of the wilderness drip, and the hills are girded with rejoicing. The meadows are dressed in flocks, and valleys are covered with grain. They shout for joy and sing. Tehillim 66. Shout with joy to Elohim, all the earth. Sing out the splendor of his name. Make his praise esteemed. Say to Elohim, how awesome are your works. Through the greatness of your power, your enemies pretend obedience to you. All the earth bow to you. They sing praises to you. They praise your name, Selah. Come and see the works of Elohim, awesome acts toward the sons of men. He has turned the sea into dry land. They went through the river on foot. There we rejoiced in him, who rules by his power forever. His eyes keeping watch on the Gentiles. Let the rebellious not exalt themselves, Selah. Bless our Elohim, you peoples, and sound his praise abroad, who keeps us in life and does not allow our feet to be moved. For you, O Elohim, have proved us. You have refined us as silver is refined. You brought us into the net. You laid affliction on our loins. You have let men ride at our head. We went through fire and through water, but you brought us out to plenty. I enter your house with burnt offerings. I complete my vows to you, that which my lips have uttered, and my mouth spoke in my distress. Burnt offerings of fatlings I offer to you, with the incense of rams. I offer bulls with goats, Selah. Come here, all you who fear Elohim, and I relate what he has done for my being. I called to him with my mouth, and praise was in my tongue. If I have seen wickedness in my heart, Yahuwah would not hear. Truly Elohim has heard me. He has given heed to the voice of my prayer. Blessed be Elohim, who has not turned away my prayer, nor his kindness from me. Tehillim 67. Elohim does favor us and bless us. Cause his face to shine upon us, Selah. For your way to be known on earth, your deliverance among all nations. Let the peoples praise you, O Elohim. Let all the peoples praise you. Let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For you judge the peoples uprightly, and lead the nations on earth, Selah. Let the peoples praise you, O Elohim. Let all the peoples praise you. The earth shall give her increase. Elohim, our own Elohim, blesses us. Elohim blesses us, and all the ends of the earth fear him. Tehillim 68. Elohim arises. His enemies are scattered, and those who hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, you drive them away. As wax melts before the fire, the wrong perish before Elohim, but the righteous are glad. They exalt before Elohim, and they rejoice with gladness. Sing to Elohim, sing praises to his name. Raise up a highway for him who rides through the deserts by his name Yah, and exalt before him. Father of the fatherless and right ruler of widows is Elohim in his set-apart dwelling. Elohim makes a home for the lonely. He brings out into prosperity those who are bound with chains. Only the rebellious shall dwell in a dry land. O Elohim, when you went out before your people, when you stepped through the wilderness, Selah, the earth shook and the heavens dropped before Elohim. This Sinai shook before Elohim, the Elohim of Israel. You, O Elohim, sent a shower of plenty. You confirmed your inheritance. When it was weary, your flock dwelt in it. You provided from your goodness for the poor, O Elohim. Yahuwah gave the word. The women who proclaimed it was a great company. Sovereigns of armies flee in haste, and she who remains at home divides the spoil. If you lie down among the sheepfolds, the wings of a dove are covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold. When the Almighty scattered sovereigns in it, it did snow in Salmon. A mountain of Elohim is the mountain of Bashan. A mountain of peaks is the mountain of Bashan. O mountain of peaks, why do you gaze in envy at the mountain which Elohim desired to dwell in? Yahuwah even dwells there forever. The chariots of Elohim are 20,000, thousands of thousands. Yahuwah came from Sinai into the set-apart place. You have ascended on high. You have led captivity captive. You have received gifts among men, and even the rebellious, that Yah Elohim might dwell there. Blessed be Yahuwah. Day by day he bears our burden, the El of our deliverance, Selah. Our El is the El of deliverance, and to Yahuwah the Master belong escapes from death. Indeed, Elohim smites the head of his enemies, the harascap of him who walks about in his guilt. Yahuwah said, I bring back from Bashan, I bring back from the depths of the sea, so that you plunge your foot in blood, that the tongues of your dogs have their portion from the enemies. They have seen your goings, O Elohim, the goings of my El, my sovereign, into the set-apart place. The singers went in front, the players on instruments after them. Among them were the maidens playing tambourines. Bless Elohim in the assemblies, Yahuwah from the fountain of Israel. There is Benjamin, the smallest, their ruler, the leaders of Yehudah, their company, the leader of Zebulun, the leader of Naphtali. Your Elohim has commanded your strength. Be strong, O Elohim. This you have worked out for us, because of your Hekolat Jerusalem. Sovereigns bring presents to you. Rebuke the wild beasts of the reeds, the herd of bulls with the calves of the peoples, each one humbling himself with pieces of silver. Scatter the peoples who delight in conflicts. Ambassadors come out of Mizraim. Cush stretches out her hands to Elohim. Sing to Elohim, you reigns of the earth. Praises to Yahuwah Selah, to him who rides on the ancient, highest heavens. See, he sends out his voice, a mighty voice. Ascribe strength to Elohim. His excellence is over Yisrael, and his strength is in the clouds. O Elohim, awesome from your set-apart places. The El of Yisrael is he, who gives strength and power to his people. Blessed be Elohim. Tehillim 69. Save me, O Elohim, for waters have come up to my neck. I have sunk in deep mud, and there is no place to stand. I have come into deep waters, and the floods overflow me. I am worn out from my crying. My throat is dry. My eyes grow dim as I wait for my Elohim. Those who hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of my head. They are mighty who would destroy me. My lying enemies, what I did not steal, I restored, O Elohim. You yourself know my foolishness, and my guilt has not been hidden from you. Let not those who wait for you, O Master Yahuwah of hosts, be ashamed because of me. Let not those who seek you be humbled because of me, O Elohim of Israel. Because I have borne reproach for your sake, shame has covered my face. I have become a stranger to my brothers and a foreigner to my mother's children, because order for your house has eaten me up. And the reproaches of those who reproach you have fallen on me. And I wept in my being with fasting, and it became my reproach. And when I put on sackcloth, I became a proverb to them. They who sit in the gate talk about me, and I am the song of the drunkards. But as for me, my prayer is to you, O Yahuwah. At an acceptable time, O Elohim, in the greatness of your kindness, answer me in the truth of your deliverance. Rescue me out of the mire, and let me not sink. Let me be rescued from those who hate me, and out of the deep waters. Let not a flood of waters overflow me, nor let the deep swallow me up, nor let the pit shut its mouth on me. Answer me, O Yahuwah, for your kindness is good. According to the greatness of your compassion, turn to me, and do not hide your face from your servant. For I am in distress. Answer me speedily. Draw near to my being. Redeem it. Ransom me because of my enemies. You yourself know my reproach, and my shame, and my confusion. My adversaries are all before you. Reproach has broken my heart, and I am sick. I looked for sympathy, but there was none, and for comforters, but I found none. And they gave me gall for my food, and for my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Let their table before them become a snare, and a trap to those at ease. Let their eyes be darkened so as not to see, and make their loins shake continually. Pour out your wrath upon them, and let your burning displeasure overtake them. Let their encampments be deserted. Let no one dwell in their tents, for they persecute him whom you have smitten, and talk about the pain of those you have wounded, and crookedness to their crookedness. And let them not enter into your righteousness. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living, and not be written with the righteous. But I am poor and in pain. Let your deliverance, O Elohim, set me up on high. I praise the name of Elohim with a song, and I make him great with thanksgiving. And this pleases Yahuwah more than an ox, a bull with horns and hooves. The humble shall see, they rejoice. You who seek Elohim, and your hearts live. For Yahuwah hears the poor, and he shall not despise his captives. Let the heavens and earth praise him, the seas and all that moves in them. For Elohim shall save Zion, and build the cities of Yehudah, and they shall dwell there and possess it, and the seed of his servants inherit it, and those who love his name dwell in it. Tehillim 70. O Elohim, deliver me. Hasten to my help, O Yahuwah. Let those who seek my life be ashamed and abashed. Let those who are desiring my evil be turned back and humiliated. Let those who say, Aha, aha, be turned back because of their shame. Let all those who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. And let those who love your deliverance always say, Let Elohim be made great, but I am poor and needy. Hasten to me, O Elohim. You are my help and my deliverer. O Yahuwah, do not delay. Tehillim 71. In you, O Yahuwah, I have taken refuge. Let me never be ashamed. In your righteousness, deliver and rescue me. Incline your ear to me and save me. Be to me a rock to dwell in, to go into continually. You have given the command to save me, for you are my rock and my stronghold. Rescue me, O my Elohim. out of the hand of the wrong, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel, for you are my expectation. Master Yahuwah, my trust from my youth. Upon you I have leaned from my birth. You took me out of my mother's womb. My praise is continually of you. I have become as a wonder to many, but you are my strong refuge. My mouth is filled with your praise, your splendor, all the day. Do not cast me off in the time of old age, when my strength fails. Do not forsake me. For my enemies have spoken against me, and those who watch for my life have taken counsel together, saying, Elohim has forsaken him. Pursue and take him, for there is no one to deliver. O Elohim, do not be far from me. My Elohim, hasten to my help. Let those who are adversaries of my life be ashamed, consumed. Let those who seek my evil be covered with reproach and confusion. But I continually wait, and shall praise you more and more. My mouth recounts your righteousness, your deliverance all the day. Though I do not know their numbers, I come in the might of the Master Yahuwah. I make mention of your righteousness, yours alone. Elohim, you have taught me from my youth, and to this day I declare your wonders, and also when I am old and gray. O Elohim, do not forsake me until I declare your strength to a generation, your might to all those who are to come. For your righteousness, O Elohim, is most high. You who have done great deeds, O Elohim, who is like you? You who have shown me great and evil distresses, revive me again, and bring me up again from the depths of the earth. You increase my greatness, and comfort me on every side. Also with the lyre I praise you, for your trustworthiness. O my Elohim, I sing to you with the lyre. O set apart one of Israel. My lips shout for joy when I sing to you, even my being which you have redeemed. My tongue too utters your righteousness all day long, for those who have been seeking my evil have been put to shame, have become abashed. Tehillim 72. O Elohim, give the sovereign your right rulings and your righteousness to the son of a sovereign. Let him rule your people with righteousness, and your poor with right ruling. Let the mountains bring peace to the people, and the hills by righteousness. Let him rightly rule the poor of the people. Save the children of the needy and crush the oppressor. Let them fear you with the sun shining, and before the moon in all generations. Let him come down like rain upon the mowed grass. Let showers water the earth. Let the righteous flourish in his days with plenty of peace, till the moon is no more. And let him rule from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. Let those dwelling in the desert bow before him, and his enemies lick the dust. Let the sovereigns of Tarshish and of the isles bring presents. The sovereigns of Sheba and Seba offer gifts. And let all sovereigns bow down before him. All nations serve him. For he delivers the needy when he cries, and the poor who has no helper. He spares the poor and needy, and he saves the lives of the needy. He redeems their life from oppression and from violence. And their blood is precious in his eyes, and he shall live. And the gold of Sheba be given to him, and prayer be made for him continually. Let him be blessed all day long. Let there be plenty of grain in the earth on the top of the mountains. Let his fruit wave like Lebanon, and those of the city flourish like grass of the earth. Let his name be forever. His name continue before the sun, and let them bless themselves in him. Let all nations call him blessed. Blessed be Yahuwah Elohim, Elohim of Yisrael. He alone is doing wonders, and blessed be his esteemed name forever. And let all the earth be filled with his esteem. Amen and amen. The prayers of David, the son of Ishah, are ended.